all corruption.
Corruption in the USA.
So introduce yourselves.
I'm Rakel. I'm the singer of Dream Life.
I'm Bella and I play bass.
I'm Alice and I play guitar.
And where are you from?
London.
Well, originally we met in Brighton at art school. I'm from Iceland, Reykjavik.
And we're like country girls. We're from the southwest of the UK, basically.
Yeah, summer.
So yeah, we all met in Brighton at art school.
I like that I'm not a country girl.
Yeah. You're like
I'm
the
an
city
island girl.
Yeah, you're the island girl.
A city girl.
Yeah.
I'm from the capital of the tiny island, so
Queen. Yeah.
where houses are built really well.
Yeah, really, really forced.
They're they're made to like go
Withstand
through a lot of
anything.
Yeah, they're ready for
tornadoes,
Yeah,
hailstorm, name it. They're ready for.
That city's gonna last forever.
Well, it depends on if the volcano is gonna erupt. Then.
Yeah, I guess that's it. It's kind of
they've
bigger.
got bigger issues. Wow. We're really into volcanoes.
Who did you listen to growing up?
Oh, we kind of all listened to like stuff. I guess our parents were into, like, I guess a lot of the stuff from the 70s really. I mean, kind of punk and kind of classic rock as well, but I mean like glam rock. I guess yeah. I mean it's like I guess like the Beatles and T-Rex and Bowie and
I'm
Blondie,
wondering what's
you know what I mean?
what's 70s like T-Rex.
Yeah,
Bowie.
yeah, I guess yeah. We actually went to like we went to Jolly Ramone's grave earlier.
Yeah.
So I mean the Ramones, like the kind of CBGBs, like Patti Smith, like I mean it's like
We had one
that whole
day,
vibe.
and we basically just went to the graveyard.
Yeah, Hollywood.
It's nice
Was it
going to
Hollywood
graveyards
Forever?
in cities.
Yeah, it was so beautiful there.
Yeah, it was a great graveyard. Beautiful.
Really epic.
Yeah, it was cool to see Dee Dee and Johnny's graves today.
It was actually really cool to see.
Yeah.
It was a pretty epic grave.
But yeah, kind of like I guess growing up, we were definitely like into like I guess our parents' music in that way. That I guess we were lucky that they all had kind of good taste in 70s music. Yeah.
My parents loved 80s music.
Yeah. I guess
The
it's like
Smiths,
you're kind of like
Talking Heads.
yeah. I guess you guys are kind of more 80s, like you straight.
Also, that was the time. Well, I think the time in the 80s, like 80s, 90s, like vinyl was not cool anymore.
Yeah, it's
So
like
there was a lot of stuff
changed.
that like my parents threw away all their vinyl collection.
Jeez, did they actually just get rid?
Yeah, and they ended up just buying loads of tapes.
Just put
Put in the car.
It's like
So goodbye vinyl collection.
Yeah.
Hello tape collection.
Oh man, when the tapes get like jammed in the machine, that must have been sad.
Oh, and
like,
CDs too.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of
And now
CDs.
vinyl's back again.
Now vinyl's back. Why did they throw it away?
Yeah, so we're pretty glad about that. Yeah. Jeez, that's a tragedy.
I know, it's
That's a
tragic.
tragedy.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So how did the band get together?
We met at art school, and me and Bella were living together, and then we sort of formed this project when we were in art school, and now we're not in art school anymore.
Yeah. It was kind of coming from, I guess, an art school kind of angle a little bit in terms of it was kind of open when we started, and we kind of just followed it through like organically and discovered what it was, I think, while we were actually doing it.
It still
in a big
feels
way.
like art school.
Yeah. I think
Being
art
in a-
school's not over yet.
Being in a touring band and being able to create a bunch of stuff with your friends.
Yeah, like collaboration's like been really important to us, and like working with our friends and other creatives in London and I guess in Brighton as well at the time. Like,
Yeah, it's great. Go to art school. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah.
What were you studying in art school?
I was doing music and visual arts.
I was studying sculpture,
I was doing painting.
so kind of art subjects like that.
Different kinds of art subjects.
Yeah. But like all of us had kind of done music. It was like, it was nice to be doing this project like while we were at art school in the way of like, I guess like touching base with where we were at musically kind of thing.
Yeah,
as well.
I hadn't been in a
Or
band
like-
for like. Well, I sort of was, but like I hadn't done something.
We hadn't done anything like this, I think. None of us had done a
No.
project quite like this before.
Not
I think,
a
at the
few
time.
years. Not since
Yeah,
I was a
yeah,
teenager.
yeah.
So it was nice to be able to be like, oh, I'm gonna be a serious art student, and this band is
Yeah.
something extra.
Yeah,
And now it's like this band is actually one of my main professions.
Yeah.
It's not an extra anymore.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's
it was this way to like explore like maybe what you don't get taught in art school in some
Yeah,
ways,
yeah.
or like I think maybe more for us being on like more kind of fine art courses, it was like a chance to kind of do something outside of the institute and outside of that
These set
like mode of
disciplines, like,
thinking.
yeah.
And now it's like become the main mode of thinking, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's funny seeing that shit.
And
as well,
I think it allows for that, like, we're obviously like still coming at it from a place where we're like concerned with like the aesthetic and like the world that it's surrounding this, rather than just like the musical like part of it in that way that I think it is. It was a way of us exploring that at art school, and we still kind of are. But yeah, I guess we're kind of artists, really.
Kinda. We are artists.
And how did you decide this is what you wanted to do?
It was
Well, we
just
didn't
so much
decide
fun,
it. Like I don't think we ever decided.
No, it was this organic thing.
And I think there was always a feeling that we just kind of couldn't stop as well. Like
it
it just
had this
kind of.
momentum.
And yeah, for a long time there wasn't any kind of clear goal or destination, but
No,
it
we
was
just did
like
stuff.
it was just going because it felt right to keep
Yeah.
going, and it felt like there was something special here.
And a lot of our friends were so excited about this project.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize what Dreamwife was originally, and we shouldn't have realized it, because if you put some kind of like ideas of this should be this kind of band, or we should make this kind of music, then you put so much limitations on yourself, and it should be something that you understand through doing.
Yeah, we definitely explored it to discover it, kind of thing.
Still discovering it.
Yeah. Still exploring.
Yeah.
And what's behind the name Dreamwife?
Well, it's actually an old Cary Grant movie, right?
No, it's not. It's not a Cary Grant movie.
Wait, but like, what is this? Who was it? Like, what is it?
In so many interviews, I've had to be like, it's not a Cary Grant movie.
Oh shit! We're propelling our own fake news right now, just like scrap
You are.
that. I'm just like, it's all down to like.
Well, originally we found the name Dreamwife. It is a Cary Grant movie, but that's nothing to do with the name. And we sort of had this great discussion about what is a dream wife. And this is how it originally was, but again, we didn't really understand. Well, not understand, we didn't. When the band grew, we realized how much weight the name actually had. And that it was so correct with what it is we were doing and trying to do. And the idea of a dream wife is an LA 50s kind of dream house, dream wife, dream job, this kind of American dream that doesn't exist, because there's no such thing. Because we are always still you're still discovering so many different parts of you. There isn't just this molded image, this molded job or house.
This idea of like a wife as like an object or a possession, like something to acquire in your life, and like taking that set of words and having it in our own sphere where we're in control of our own destinies and we're supporting each other as women, as each other's wives.
People call
as
us like the wives,
it's
and
like,
it's that thing of, I think, female solidarity actually within the name Dreamwife actually.
and like
as
if
well,
like the word wife, actually, if you like take that back to like the etymology, it's like actually originally it just meant woman, and then kind of like came to mean this other thing through like time and history and stuff. So like
so it's claiming that almost.
it's kind of playing around with what those words mean, what they can mean, what we can mean to each other, what we can dunno.
What it means to be a woman, what it means to be a wife.
Like
fish,
what it means to be on the road.
Well, fishwife.
Like we found fishwife. That was an old term for like fishmonger.
A
woman
it was
working in fish.
A woman that worked with fish, kind of thing.
So somehow the word wife has changed into an object of a man when that word didn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting wordplay. We're still discovering it.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of fitting, I think, to the journey we've been on.
And what was your first break as a band?
Break.
It's weird to think of like the break. I think it's been really
Have we gotten
gradual.
our break yet?
I don't know what
I don't think so.
I mean, I think it's like we just definitely have been like working really hard for a long time, and it's just we're at this point now, I guess. Like
I think probably signing with our label, Lucky Number.
Yeah, that
I mean,
was
having
the big
having that
really.
support, I think.
Yeah.
But even
And having people believe in us, but it feels like there's continually little breaks, and we're cracking into the egg slowly,
cracking away.
like we're playing our first headline show in the US tonight.
and that feels like a break.
Yeah, this
break.
feels like a real moment.
Yeah.
I think the kind of maybe of us not taking this very seriously and just doing it sort of for fun, and then suddenly you sign with a label, and then you realize, wait, we can actually take this more than I can personally take it. That there's other people that I trust. If you sign with a label, that of course actually support your vision and not going to change it to support them, but that doesn't support anyone. So when you have someone you trust and you have a team that you trust that are doing this for the idea of it, not for their idea of it,
Yeah,
but
like they
for
trust
the
our vision
actual
in it,
idea.
for sure.
Then you can go anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's like allowed us to like take this to places like we just wouldn't have been able to before. But yeah, it's definitely a team that we're working with a team right now that is like they definitely support our vision, and we like
Yeah, it's
completely
great.
trust,
We're
and it
very
feels
lucky
right.
to have found them.
But yeah,
If we would have been trying to do this ourselves, like there's only so much you can do at that point. And I think we had gotten to that point.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of tours like on our own.
It was so nice to have the label, and they're like, okay, so, well, not a lot of tours, in like 3
It felt
tours.
like
But it was very DIY. A lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm like, Alice,
we've
we're
been earning our
not-
chops on our back. Yeah.
So like sometimes we talk about this band as if we're like, I've been doing this for like 10
But it's like, I
years.
feel like it's like this thing like the times like before the label, it's
We
like
haven't
that was
even
us like
released-
earning our chops.
We haven't
like,
released our debut album yet.
Yeah, like I guess
Still
that's it. I
babies
feel
in
like
the
it's
grand
like
scheme of things.
yeah, releasing the album is like it feels like a big moment actually when you're saying about like a break or whatever. I think just our album coming out is like a big deal. I think for what it
I
means.
quite like
to
this
where
word, the
we're
big
at.
break. I'm like,
Yeah,
will you know if you get your big break?
yeah. I don't know
How
what.
do you know?
Do you just like feel it? It's like this is it. This is the big break, guys. This is the big break.
Maybe the big break is like #1 Billboard. You're like, yes.
This is it.
Also,
yeah.
the idea of like what is success. Like every single musician has a totally different thing of what is success. Like for example, I don't know. Everyone has a different idea. Something that I think is like,
It's
oh yeah, that's
subjective,
cool.
definitely.
Maybe my boyfriend who's in a different band, who's actually with a major. He's like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened to you. And I'm like, what? Like
Yeah,
everyone has like a different idea of what is success. And I think that's
definitely.
if everyone had the same idea, this would be boring.
No, I think like we feel like we're like operating on our terms right now, and we're like supported, and yeah, it's a really positive position. But yeah, I guess for us it feels like great to be doing this right now and like be supported in it. So
We never answer questions short, do we?
no.
You got the whole story now.
Yeah, you know it all.
Yeah, some extra facts you didn't ask for.
So the album's coming out soon.
Yeah.
What can you
Debut.
tell me about the album?
It's kind of we've been trying to get the kind of the live sound down on this album. That's been the main thing.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
really
yeah,
happy
I
with
think it's
that
rocking.
result.
It's really rocking.
Yeah, it's coming out in January.
Yeah.
There are 11 songs.
There are 11 songs. 11 fine-tuned songs.
Yeah.
It's just great to release something that is a package, not just a single, but to have artwork, videos, and the songs. I mean, this all really comes down to the songs.
Yeah.
And it's so good to have that and be like, hi, we're Dreamwave.
Yeah, it's kind
Nice
of
to
like
meet you.
this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've lived a lot of lives with those songs, and it's like this
Yeah, we've
funny
been on
thing
these
of like
journeys,
putting them down in a recording, and then that version of that song is this thing that like exists and is part of the package, and
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of a nice process of like consolidating what we've done
Yeah,
together
definitely.
and
It's
what's
kind
the
of a
best of that,
milestone.
and kind
Still
of letting it go as well in a way, like letting the people just kind of
Yeah,
make
yeah.
up their own minds about it after it's been like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like so close for such a long time.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
a really
something we were saying
exciting
about like
thing.
all the songs. Well, I mean, like with every song, I think you go on a journey with it as a band, and like you like we say about discovering
Especially
things
maybe
on the way.
as
it's
a
like,
live band. Because
yeah,
we're not
we
like kind of
discover
a
it live a lot of the time.
producer kind of atmosphere. Like this has
No.
never been a band that's been like in a studio
No,
space
no.
creating music, trying to mix it and then release it. Like most of the songs that are on this album have been played over and over in different kind of atmospheres and played to the crowd.
Yeah,
And the crowd reacts from it.
it's like responding to how it was live, how people reacted.
It's such a different way of making music.
Yeah,
I have
going off
done
that rather than something you're doing in maybe a more clinical space. It's been about getting the live vibe.
So it's a live vibe
Live
album.
vibe, yeah.
But we attempted to record it all live in an old 70s studio
Yeah, on
In-
tape.
on tape.
Which is like you've got to get it
We
right.
we did manage to use I think probably half of it,
Yeah.
but you can never get everything live. Like it was,
Yeah, it's been sort of
learned from that.
Yeah, it's been a process of kind of like
which is
Kind
good
of
because it's still
fine-tuning it.
changing.
to being to be kind of true to the live.
And also, what you want when you go into the studio, what you want when the end of the mixing process is finishing, is sometimes just very different.
Yeah, it's been a real journey
Yeah.
seeing how it's all developed through the recording process. Like I think,
Oh yeah, definitely.
things didn't necessarily go how they were planned. But I think how it's ended up is really,
Yeah,
really great.
which is much
we
better.
fine-tuned it definitely.
Because if it goes all as planned, then
But I think it's
Maybe
like that thing of
it's
like
not what you
we
wanted.
were constantly questioning it as we were like in the process of like mixing and recording, and I think to step outside of like us just being like in a live zone or something, I think it's been really
it's
enriching
great.
as a process of understanding these songs. It's like another layer to that journey with them. I think stepping back and being like, how can we make this like get the energy that
Snap it.
yeah. Like how can we really like take it to another level? I think it's been elevating it as well from it just being how it is live. It's like elevating it enough, but not taking it away from that, not detracting from the kind of truth of it live. So it's been about getting a balance, but I think, yeah, we're really proud of it, for sure.
Next question.
Yeah, we could just talk about the band forever.
I feel like, yeah.
What are some issues you look to address through your songs?
Do you mean, like, politically?
I mean, I suppose, like...
Social, emotional, personal?
In terms of us being, like, 3 women doing this, I think it's, like... It's been a major thing, us going on this journey, and I think it's, like, flying that flag and, like... I think changing people's expectations of what women can do, what women can be, and what they can, like, achieve. And I think just the solidarity between us doing this, I think, to fly that flag of, like, women standing together and, like... I don't know, like, just following their dreams, whatever,
and
like...
to normalize it.
But yeah,
the
like...
fact they're like, oh, whoa.
It's not be this big statement in
you're
that way.
3 girls in a band.
Yeah.
You are a girl band. You're like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
We just happen to be 3 girls.
I think, yeah, just us doing it in this way is, like...
It's just normalizing it
enough,
and
I think,
trying to, normalizing it and hopefully inspiring other people to do the same.
Yeah.
Other girls to do the same.
Definitely.
Who would you most like to collaborate with?
Alive or dead?
I mean,
I guess it doesn't matter.
Madonna, like...
I think we should keep to... I don't know though. She's doing some weird stuff these days. I mean, like if she returns back to her phase... Any other phase than today.
American Life, like that whole album. Like,
American Life.
We were singing that in the cemetery earlier, like that. Her song Hollywood. Like, I mean, that's an absolute classic, isn't it?
I think, yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? It's like, I mean, it's like. I think it'd be interesting. I think someone that maybe we wouldn't even think about. I think with collaboration and like coming together with someone in that way, like you could find something that you did not expect with someone that you know what I mean, like. I think collaboration for us is like exciting, that new things can come from it, that maybe it's like...
We're open to collaboration.
Yeah, someone really far out different might be exciting too, like, I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Like Skrillex or something like that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or that kind of thing, and like I think the idea of a collision in that way is exciting too, that...
Ed
I
Sheeran?
don't know. I mean, yeah, we could turn it around for him, you know?
Yeah, because he hasn't really gotten his big break yet.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah,
to
when's
turn
he
around.
gonna get his break? Do you know what I mean? When's Ed Sheeran gonna get his break? I think we could really make it happen for him, yeah.
What life events have impacted or inspired you and your music the most?
I mean, I think maybe just as musicians, just literally
Touring.
kind of, like, I think our experiences of being maybe women in the industry, it's like, I think that informs you and definitely pushes you to fight harder somehow for your voice to be heard or to be taken seriously. That I think we dig our heels in about things and we want to get things right and we want to do things on our own terms, but I think it's probably because it's harder, maybe it feels harder to do
I think
that
it's also
somehow.
part of growing up. Like, I've always been a very polite person, and it's so nice when you realize you can be polite but very direct.
Yeah.
And when that comes from music, for example, and even like knowing your boundaries with people wanting to come into your space, just having a kind of a idea of, I think through touring and through getting to know different places in different countries, you learn a lot about how you react to situations.
Yeah.
And also where is the line.
Yeah.
And when do you get out of that conversation? When do you stop being polite? When you...
Yeah, you understand the boundaries, I think.
Yeah, I think
yourself.
understanding boundaries is something that I've definitely learned a lot through traveling to different countries and touring in different countries and having to stand my ground sometimes when I thought that was just normal.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think that's definitely something.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
What are your interests and passions outside of music?
Well, basically Alice was jumping on that trampoline earlier.
Yeah, like jumping around.
Really into jumping around.
Yeah. Kind of working my hands out every day. So, I don't know.
Bella does comics.
Yeah, Bella's like written. I mean, how would you describe them? Like your set of zines?
I don't know, I just used to do them at work. I've not done a comic in ages, though. That feels
They were like really special.
that was a little chapter of my life.
Yeah.
Right now I'm into knitting.
Knitting is great.
Yeah.
I really need to get into knitting.
So relaxing.
Yeah. I really need to get into knitting.
So I just got this special phone that means I can like see like.
She's a hacker.
I just started like looking at networks and like you can see all the traffic going through and like oh my
Sure you
god.
wanna talk about this?
I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say anymore. But like yeah, there's something
Alice's
growing.
passion is
Like
hacking people, so watch out. Bad YouTube commenters.
yeah, maybe Don't say
watch
anything
out.
mean about us. We should just put this out. This might
Yeah,
be
bad
true,
YouTube
you know.
commenters. Watch
Just-
out.
yeah.
She might hack you
Just
in
watch
her
out.
free time.
Yeah, we're getting this like Dreamwife hack crew like sorted out on the sly, but to avenge ourselves online.
I mean, if you
This
want
has become a joke, but you know.
I really don't look at the comments. I mean, we're three women music.
Yeah,
so
no,
what are we
it
gonna
just
say?
gets it just gets kind of like weird.
I don't know. I think my
We just
hobbies.
do this a lot at the moment.
Hobbies now are like transportation in London
yeah.
and trying to balance all these little things in life.
Yeah, I think it's probably finding a balance is probably a
My
good-
hobby is finding a balance.
finding some feng shui in this crazy
Oh
world.
my god. I feel like I do spend most of my time trying to achieve that though.
Yeah, finding
Yeah.
balance maybe.
Yeah, finding balance. Really need to get a hobby now.
Once we found balance, then we
I
can
made
find
I
other
made fun of a
hobbies,
different
like-
band who said like, "Oh, my hobby is music."
Wait,
and I was like,
yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
you
We were
must
like,
have loads of
come
other
on.
hobbies. And now I actually feel like I need to.
I
get
know
a
it's
hobby.
kind of I can't see outside of this dream world.
Oh no, I mean like I have another job too.
Just gotta find the balance.
My hobbies are going on airplanes.
Yeah, like just in transit, like being generally in transit in some sense. That's kind of our biggest thing on the side. I think traveling around, like we like to sit in a van for long periods of time together. You know. And just-
No. Oh, actually, I've gotten really into True Pursuit. I
Wait,
love True
it.
Pursuit.
You love it.
Really love that. That's my new hobby. True Pursuit. Okay.
What are some of your favorite books, film, and music right
Oh.
now?
I mean, we're really into David Lynch in every sense, I suppose. Film.
I thought you were saying like we. Okay. I like
But
them
it's
too.
like there's
Um,
just a lot of really good things. I don't know where to begin.
I really like a bunch of stuff.
I mean, it's like we're kind of into like really bad high school movies and stuff as well.
Yeah,
Like, I think.
excellent.
Yeah, like we just filmed this video for us. Well, it's actually come out today. A video for us and called Let's Make Out, and it's like kind of based on all the like prom cliches of like movies gone by,
Like
and
80s
all of that
prom
stuff. I
cliches.
think we definitely play with it within Dreamwork as well. But I mean, yeah, like kind of really bad movies.
But also good movies.
Yeah, like either really really good or really really bad, and probably the same with music.
I really like Cardi B's Instagram these days. I feel like that's a movie in itself. Every single time there's a new story.
Just continue.
She's so sassy. That's my movie this time.
Yeah, like Instagram channels.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Playing a show tonight.
Yeah.
Our first LA headline show. Actually, we came, well, we did South by Southwest a few months ago, and then we joined the Kills on tour, and we were like, yeah, we're playing in LA, finally, awesome. And then we arrived, and we're like, we're playing in Anaheim,
Yeah.
literally next to Disneyland. Like, you can see Disneyland. And I told all my, like, a bunch of friends that lived here, like, I'm finally playing in LA with the Kills. It'll be great. And then on the day of the show, I was like, actually, it's in Anaheim? And they're like, that's not LA, honey.
No.
That's not LA. But luckily half of them could make the 2-hour drive to come.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
no,
was a
it was
bit
still
like,
really fun,
you
but-
should have told me it was in Anaheim.
Yeah, so it's kind of a big night. We're actually playing,
This is a really big night. We're
Yeah.
finally playing in LA.
I think this is our big break, isn't it?
It's our big break.
Yeah, no, we're playing in New York after this at Baby's Alright, but
And
yeah.
we're basically, we released the first half of our touring schedule next year, and we're going to Australia, all around Europe, UK, back to US a little bit. So that's only the beginning. That's not even
This is
summertime.
just the first chunk of next year. Yeah,
So my hobbies are
lots
touring.
happening. Yeah,
Trade pursuit.
transit,
knitting.
triple pursuit.
Transit.
General transit, yeah.
Yeah. It'll
Yeah,
be
so,
alright.
yeah, we're
It'll
gonna be
be
traveling
alright.
a lot. Yeah.
Perfect.
And yeah, releasing a debut album.
Yeah.
That's why we're traveling so much.
Yeah,
If
that's
we
what
weren't
it's all
releasing a
about.
debut album, we wouldn't be traveling this year. We'd
Yeah,
be
we just
we would
really
be at
like
home
traveling.
getting hobbies.
Yeah, we'd be thinking outside of this thing, yeah.
All right.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, no
Thanks for having us.